Hey, welcome back to the farm. Today I'm going to show you how I plant potatoes. And I've got 3 different varieties that we're going to plant this year. The Red Potomac, the Yukon, and the Kennebec. And this is a Kennebec. So what I do, and this is probably about, I'd say 3 or 4 days before I'm actually going to put them in the dirt, I cut mine. And like when you see this is an eye, so you need about at least a golf ball size piece of potato. So I cut that eye off, and then this part right here, this is why you wait 2 or 3 days. This right here will get a film come over it, or skin, and it gets real hard, and that way it protects it a little bit when you plant it. So I go around and I cut these and get the eyes off of them, and so you can usually get, this one's only got like 3, but some of them's got a lot of different eyes on it. So. And it don't take very long. Now I have seen some people just plant them whole. You can do that if you got lots of money, but this is the way it saves you a little money. I got 10 pounds here, and we'll get several hills of potatoes out of this. So, and you know, it's just you just kind of go by feel, and you know. So this one don't have any, so I'm just going to throw it away. I didn't get my bag here. That way I can just throw it in the trash. It'd be good if I had a hog. It'd be good to give to the hog. So this one right here I'm just going to cut in half. Now for real little, I mean, you can plant real little ones whole. So these are all working out pretty good here. Here's a good one. This is a good example here. I get several out of this one. So. So you get the gist of it, and I'm going to go ahead and cut these, and I've got 3 different baskets here. And then after they sit out in these baskets for 3 or 4 days, and I'll show you that before we plant them, how that skins over. And then we'll put them in the garden out there, and I'll show you how we do that. So this is just step 1, and it takes, you need to do at least, I have done it the day before, let them sit overnight. But I get better results if you at least 2 days, but I'm going to try to go 3 to 5 days on this one. So it's probably going to be around 4 days before I plant these. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of them, and we'll come back in 3 or 4 days and I'll show you how we plant them. The little Red Potomacs, and I just thought I'd show you these real quick before I cut them. And these look really nice. These have a lot better eyes than the other ones do. So, and well, I like these potatoes because you can actually pick them when they're kind of small and they're like a new potato. So, yeah, these are really nice. These are ready to go. Well, they will be ready to go in a few days. All right, let me show you these, and these are the Yukons. And I think these are good for a mashed potato, maybe. Yeah, look at that. They were pretty. So I don't know if I've ever tried Yukons before. I've not really had, to be honest with you, I've not really had a lot of good success with potatoes. I always plant them too early, and I'm planting them really late this year. So the frost usually gets them, and cut them back, and then last year we had a drought, and I've just had a lot of bad luck here lately. So I'm planting them later this year. I'm actually going to be closer to April on these. So, all right, that's the gist of it. It's been 4 days since I cut my potatoes, and I'm up here in the potato patch, and I'm going to prep this ground by tilling it, and I've got my New Holland 6-foot heavy-duty tiller on my John Deere. And I think I've got the camera positioned where you can see the whole thing. Once I get started, I'll fast forward. Put a little music to it and fast forward. It's something I learned to do the other day. So it's not really all that big. This used to be our family garden when we first moved here, and I mean, we used to feed several families out of this. I've talked about that before. So Now we mainly eat out of the market garden and the kitchen garden, but this is going to be our potato patch, and I don't know how many rows I'm going to have. Probably 3 rows. We'll find out as we go. But if I don't use it all, I'm going to put sweet potatoes on the other side. So anyway, I'm going to get this bad boy fired up and get the tilling, and we'll see how it looks afterwards. Hopefully I can plant today. I might have to wait till tomorrow. So let's till it up and see what it looks like. Alright, that's one pass, and it's a little bit wet right now. I'm going to let that dry for a couple hours, and I'll come back and make another pass. So we'll come back and look at it. I might even have to wait till tomorrow to do it. I'm really surprised. I don't think we've had any. Well, we had a lot of rain a couple of days ago, so I really need to let that dry out just a touch, and then we'll do it again. So we'll check it back in a couple of hours, and I'll show you after till it then, and if not, we'll do it tomorrow. I still got one more day, so I'm on 4 days of cutting, so 5-day max, so I'll have to do it tomorrow. So all right, we'll be back. Okay, so it's about 3 or 4 hours later since I tilled this, and I've come back and tilled it again, so it's worked up pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and plant, and what I did, I laid my rows out with my tractor tires. So I just picked a point and I drove straight, and then in between the tractor tires was going to be where I plant. And the reason I'm doing that is because I can put a cultivator on it, and then when I come through and weed and hill, it all work out good. Instead of trying to measure, I have like measured over, try to figure it out math wise, and you know, everybody knows math is hard, so you usually don't work out and you end up screwing up. So I just did it this way. I kind of thought about it and I did it. So I got 4 rows here, and I think it's only going to take 3. So but anyway, on my first, when I get started, and I've got part of this row already done, so I go about 5-6 inches deep, and I just take my hoe and turn it kind of at an angle and just rake out a little trough. And yeah, it's probably at least a good 5-6 inches deep now. You can go really deep, like 7 to 9 inches deep, and not have to hill, let's say. But I've got a lot of clay, a little bit of clay here, so I'm a little afraid to do that. But if you had real loose, or if you was in a raised bed, just bury them deep, and that's all you got to do. And then some people just barely bury them and put straw up, and they keep putting straw up, and I'm not a big fan of that. So anyway, I got that going, and this first one we're going to do is these are Yukon. Now this is the cut side. Cut side goes down. Let me come up a little closer. Cut side goes down. and you can really feel the these are like a potato chip. That's how hard these is, and I don't know if I explained why we do that. One thing, you get more potatoes with less, and then when you cut them, you let them sit for 3 or 4 days, it gets a hard film on it, and they won't suck that water up and rot. That keeps it from rotting and keeps insects out there in the ground. So, and they say 1 pound of potatoes will produce 10 pounds on average of yield. So at the end, now this is 5 pounds, so we should get 50 pounds of Yukons. I got 10 pounds of red, 10 pounds of Kenneback, so we should get 100 each of those. So, see, I did that math in my head. And if you have an average yield, so sometimes we do, and sometimes they don't even do anything good at all. So you just put the cut side down, and I go. Now here's a hole that I didn't cut, and I know a lot of people do, especially people who just started homesteading. They'll take a whole potato and put it down, and that's fine if you want to do that. This is just the old-timey way of doing it, the old Appalachia way, because poor people and usually know what they're doing because they depending on this for survival. So, but if you do a whole one, make sure you put the best eyes up. So this is a little bit of whole one, wasn't big enough to cut. So 12 inches between. You can go anywhere from 10 to 16. So I got a little close on that. The more I go, the closer I get. So I've done that. And 5 pounds didn't go very far, so it didn't even go half a row, so I might go back and get some more of those. After I've done that, you just take your hoe or your rake, just cover them up. I marked that where that stopped. That way I'll know where to start back. Now I didn't put any amendments in that yet, so when they pop up is when we start fertilizing. And I'll probably first one hit it with some nitrogen, a good strong nitrogen base, and then after that we'll go to our regular like 5-11-11. So that's one thing, and I'll show you the other ones, and I won't bore you with just the same thing repeat. But we'll probably do the reds next. For whatever reason, I got a lot more of the reds. So I'm thinking this is going to do a whole row. These are beautiful. These are got a real nice film on them. Some real nice buds coming up. When you buy these now, try to avoid the ones that's got those little long ones on there. They don't do very good. This is what you want. See this size here? This is where you want your size of your eye. You know, I've got some last year that they budded out and they were real long. The tubular were real long, and they didn't do very good. So I think it's best to start with this right here. This is the size you want. This is the good size. And so here's my Kenneback. This is 10 pounds too, and you can see how much I got here. These got some beautiful eyes. Got some nice skinned over on the back. So we're gonna get these planted. I mean, it's just the same thing. I got it all marked out. I got 4 rows. I think I'm gonna need 3 total. And it's getting dark, so we're gonna get after it. And I hope everybody have any questions now. You leave me a comment. I'm not really a heavy potato expert. I just know you just put them in the ground and they go, and they kind of grow what we like. So, well, this is the only ones we can really get in our area unless we send off or so. This is the 3 that the 3 big ones here that we grow. I really like the red ones. So, but we're gonna get this marked out and get the farrows dug. And hope you liked the video. Hope this was a help. You know, hopefully we'll see in a few months how much we get. So we should have, what, 250 pounds of potatoes, and we'll check it if they turn out. Last year it got real dry and it kind of killed them off, and we didn't have very good yield. So hopefully this year we'll have to do good. And I'm about 2 weeks from April 15th, so that's kind of my April 15th. It starts going to the good side about frost. So you want to put these at least 2 weeks before frost. That'll give them time to start, you know, sprouting out. Then when that frost is over, past, they'll start shooting up, and you'll have a good ones. Now, if yours is already shot it up, and come up, and I've done this I don't know how many times, and the frost comes, and it'll kill back, but they'll come back. So, but they don't. I don't think they produce as well. And that's why I've kind of waited this year. This is the latest I've ever planted potatoes. I said I'm gonna beat that old frost. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling here. Appreciate you, everybody watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Hey, hit that subscribe button. I need subscribers. Hit it. Don't cost you anything. Give me the thumbs up. We do a live every Monday night at 7:30. We answer all your questions. You can come on there and ask questions, talk, make fun of us, whatever. Well, don't make fun of us. We're kind of sensitive, so. But you can come on there and ask questions, and we kind of talk, you know, talk about gardening and what we do behind the scenes and everything. So we got a big show coming up. I appreciate everybody watching. Support your local farmer. We'll see you down here in the farm in the next video.